how to install iView chart. First thing we need to know is what version of MetaTrader that you're running. So we'll just open up MetaTrader as normal, go to Help and About. So we're running currently here build 110. So we need to know that if it's above 600 we do the installer one way, if it's below 600 in another. So it's quite simple. The other thing that might have a slight effect on how you do the installation is looking at the user account settings. So if you just search in your start button for user account setting controls, you get this screen, and this will tell you if you're on the highest form of security or the lowest. Now this will just mean that when you install in the program, if it's high, you're going to get a lot of Microsoft messages saying this is in an exe file, do you really want to install it, etc, etc, and you do. Everything's safe and fine. It's just something else that will pop up and you should be aware of. So when we run the installer, it's a fairly simple process. So let's double click the link we were given. Next, when we get the end user agreement, want to agree to that. Then we put our code in, which is applied with the email. Now this again, where we have to view on this screen which version of MT4 we're running. So we're above 600 because we were on 610. If you're on previous, you click this, okay, and then next. Then you have to browse and you have to find the actual file of where your MT4 is. So that's just generally the program's x86. Go down, find your intertrader, select that, okay, then the installer should work fine. Okay, where if we're going to do the above 600, then it's slightly different. Again, Metastock puts things in different files on version 600, so we have to go about this in a slightly different way. So click next. So depending on your security settings, this should be fine. If you can't continue and do next, then we have to do browse. Okay, then we have to find meta quotes, the terminal, and this particular file structure here. So that again is all held in the users directory. So sometimes it helps with closing everything, going to your C drive, and then opening things up one by one. So go to that, find your users directory. Mine's called Steve, obviously because that's my computer. Yours will be called your name or your computer name. Then you go down to find roaming data is the next step. And once you've found roaming, you find the meta quotes and terminal. And what you'll see is these character and number displays. Now there's generally nothing in some of these, so you won't have to. The logs just indicates this is not a real MetaTrader folder. Okay, it's just a temporary one. And again with this one, is logs is the same. Now the reason why MetaTrader have done this, I'm not particularly sure, but it just means that they don't call things in the same way, so you have to physically find them yourself. But it's not difficult. We will open up generally on our installer to the basic one. So this is MT6 logs, this is MT6 logs, this one we see all the program files, so that is fine. So we click on that, OK, next, and then the installer will work as normal. So that's the kind of different scenarios you need to know. You need to know the version, above 600 or below 600, which is in the help section of MetaTrader. Then we have to understand what our security level is, and generally you just do that by trial and error. If you just try and click next, and the installer says you can't continue with the error message, then all you have to do is go back into the directory structure. As I said, go to users, find that roaming directory, and then click on the right one. Now obviously there's any problems and you can't install this, we do have help and online technical support, and someone will walk you through this. Again, this is just an information video to kind of give you that first step. It's not ideal with the changes that we made to MetaTrader, but it's something we can work around. It's not particularly difficult. So again, any problems, do watch this video. Anything above that, then please go to our technical support, which you can find on the website tradermaker.com. Okay, well, hope you enjoy our view charts, and I look forward to speaking to you all in the future. Have a great afternoon. Thank you.